Let's talk about Spotlight.
People love this movie. I don't. I thought that it was blocked boringly. I thought it was told boringly. I thought that
shot like TV.
It was shot like TV.
Like Law and Order.
The revelations that took place in it were cliche. It was Mark Ruffalo running down a hallway.
You saw everything coming.
Reveal everything. The dialogue was explicit instead of implicit. When they were talking to victims, they were saying everything just kind of out loud as if no one's ever heard of abuse before, as opposed to like trying to make me emotionally understand it. So it didn't work for me on all of those levels. Can I say one thing? There was a scene where it was like a victims advocacy group. It was this guy comes in to talk to Michael Keaton and Mark Ruffalo and Rachel McAdams and everybody, and he, I think, is an unknown actor. I don't know him from anything.
How do you say no to God?
And he sits down and he spits out 5 minutes of expository information, and he does it amazingly. Yeah. He was really good. It was the most interesting part. He was really good with exposition, and all the other characters, all the celebrities had to do was sit around him and ask boring questions, like, "What about this?"
And this is how you make a movie. Apparently,
he just carried the whole scene, and they all know there was no blocking. But he was even able to infuse story into the exposition by getting angry at them for asking the question, and I was like, that guy probably should have been nominated, if anybody.
Yeah, the whole film overall was just a boring procedural. It was competent.
But people love this movie.
But guys, it was the best institution in the world, the Boston Globe.
I think there's a conflict of interest here, but you should probably still watch Spotlight. You could trust me, it's real good.
But another time where it was a really interesting story. I went Googling the story because I was kind of bored with the film, and there's so much interesting stuff there.
The story is actually really interesting.
It doesn't help that we had also watched Concussion the same night, and there was a number of other movies that all followed this pattern, which was, oh my God, a system that we trust failed us.
But what I did appreciate is that they didn't try to Hollywoodize the movie too much, maybe to a fault. Because I know the journalists in question, and they were concerned that one, they'd shoehorn Rachel McAdams having an affair with Mark Ruffalo, a car chase at the end with like the going after the priest or something.
Some kind of death threats from the church.
I'm grateful every time a waiter brings me non-poisonous food.
That's what this movie was, non-poisonous food.
And I work for the restaurant that serves you non-poisonous food.
Well, you guys didn't make this movie. You did a wonderful thing. You took down those pedophiles. But
you weren't responsible for Stanley Tucci and Mark Ruffalo, and
so I think we can all agree it was the best movie of the year.
Yeah, sure.
Subscribe to the Boston Globe. They won't deliver your paper. So it was okay.
They knew, and they let it happen. It could have been you. It could have been me. It could have been any of us.